Everybody has an ego self. The ego, the superego, the id. Everybody has, well, that's their accomplishments, the ego, and what they're capable of and what they can do. I stayed in a career for 20 plus years. I was a bodyguard. I was a bouncer. I was a private investigator under supervision. I've done security in just about every capacity that you can do it. True fact. I've worked hard labor jobs. I've done construction. My knees are fucked because of the fact that I did construction for a number of years. Are they permanent fucked? No. Are they getting there? Yes. Do I give a rat's fucking ass about that? No. What am I going to retire on? Hopes and dreams? I'm going to go bust my ass and help this woman out and be with this woman and marry this woman because that is the right thing to do. By the way, there's a difference between masking and an alter ego. Just saying. Just saying. Masking, you're the one that's doing the thinking. Alter ego is not a fully functioning, fully formed human being. Because I change voices, or because my voice becomes exasperated or upset, in no way, shape, or form means I have an alter ego. Oh, what that means is that I'm expressing feeling and anguish and anger. Although other people might say something to the contrary, that is not quite the case. And with sociopaths, it's only like dealing with two people. It's not actually dealing with two people. Now, somebody wanted me to cover that, which is why that was flashed on my YouTube. However, here's the thing that you gotta remember. What you are getting with me is the genuine article. See, this is not something that I just dreamed up. I've always been this way. Somebody says that my intelligence defies logic. No, it doesn't. I just kept my fucking mouth shut for a number of years because I kept getting called down. And then I would laugh at people as they fucked up, knowing that I knew how to do that particular task correctly. Problem was, I got diverted from who I should have been while I was a teenager. Late teens, not early teens. So again, don't get excited. And I've been playing catch up for the past 10 years. Cheryl was able to locate me way in the background and work with me on how to be a fully functional, decent, high-functioning human being. The actual me that's got all my memories. Do I need to make that prevalent one more time? And through inheriting other traits from other people and vicarious trauma in my family with friends and things to that nature, being hypnotized when I was but a kid, unfortunately, that can cause some problems. And I always like to say that I was made by a man of the watch. But on the whole, through Cheryl helping me and moving past all that, sometimes that rears its ugly head. Regression, inner child, things to that nature. But on the whole, what you see is what you get. And no, I do not have an alter ego. No, I have never had an alter ego. You can call yourself Joe Blow. Who gives a fuck? Bottom line is that doesn't change the fact that you are still you. The emotions, the thought process that goes behind being me is still me. If I happen to be a little softer at one particular point in time, it's because my mother told me to be polite where women are concerned, not to be a dick. In fact, she threatened to beat me over the head with a fucking 2x4 were I to be a dick. That would go very well for mother number 2 as well. And I know that everybody's trying to get a certain amount of, let's say, leverage. I don't want to say leverage. I want to say something different at this particular point in time. But I want to say leverage because I may have said some inflammatory things on those videos. So it's cover your ass time. Think of this as Kelowna's very own version of Watergate. And everybody's getting all the information together, crossing their I's and dotting their T's. Because I know where all the skeletons are buried. And Joe Brown doesn't like the fact that I called him a child molester after he told me that he had had a sexual relationship with a 13-year-old girl. And his daughter was running around in her underpants. So not only do people seem to find this kind of behavior acceptable, but they're trying to help him cover his ass, along with various other and sundry items. I don't think that's particularly a wise idea, but hey, who am I to judge? But you know, I have a decent more than a decent work history. I have a fucking awesome work history. And what you need to fathom is all throughout this whole entire thing, no matter what, still me doing the thinking. Oh yes. Still me with all the knowledge up here. Physics, astrophysics, biochemistry, taught myself calculus, taught myself algebra. You may not like me saying this shit. You might have a problem with me saying this shit. I don't care. There was a time when I could do a Sudoku board from one end to another and get it all right with like 0 errors with pen. Do you know how fucking hard that is? Logic tests, highest IQ score 201. Done by a psychologist, by the way. Proctored by a test that was done by another psychologist, Dr. Hans Eysenck. 163, same test, Dr. Hans Eysenck. 141, the WAS test. There's a trend here. I've taken every test on the App Store, every test on the Play Store. I took Raven's Matrices, got an IQ 140. Raven's Matrices is a certified IQ test. It's also a pattern recognition test. Sigma males are really good at pattern recognition. Pattern recognition is also the gold standard and the beginning marker for the indicator for intelligence. I don't know if anybody knows that, but I do. Taught myself every piece of math that I now know. Algebra, calculus, physics. Well, that's not math. Well, it can be even. And no matter what, sweetness, it's still me doing the thinking. All the time, all day long. Philosophy, Nietzsche, all that shit. And by the way, I'm not imitating anyone or being like anyone when I do that kind of thing. I'm not... You can't do much with IQ, but you can do something with your cognitive skills. And to that end, if you bond with somebody else, you can pick up on a certain amount of those. But see, here's the juice. I still get good scores on my own. Oh yes, oh boy. To the point where I actually was successful with a little hacking exercise I tried the other day. Yes, indeed. Because again, it's still me doing the thinking. All day long, every day, twice on Sunday. And yes, you know what? The minute I told her that I had her picture in my head or I had her picture in my heart, automatically I knew this shit was going to start right up. Oh, he's only as good as he is because he's imitating someone else or he bonded with someone else. We all bond with people. I'm nuts. It's called cognitive bonding, socialization, closer friends, closer social group, closer peer group. What do you think you do on a daily basis with people around here? You pick up sayings, you pick up nuances, you pick up different skills, beliefs from somebody that you're close to, that you're dating, things to that nature. It happens every day, Bubba. Every single fucking day. And you also got to remember something else too. I do those exercises every single day. I used to do them all day long, 24/7. If you have the genetics for intelligence, which I do, you're going to get better. It's just the way it goes. And now I'm very good at it. And I am a logical thinker, and I'm a very smart individual because I busted my ass to hone my skills, my intuition, and everything else. And I had to, didn't have a choice. And I'm going to end this video by saying, Selena, I love you very much. I will see you tomorrow. And she's going to phone for a bed for me tomorrow. And then I'm going to go from there, okay? So you bond with people, you have people in your life, you lose those people, you lose those lessons, you lose whatever. But we all wear a mask. And we're all part of the experiences. Those people are part of the experiences that we have in life. They teach us various and sundry lessons. We are made up of people, places, the places we go, the events we go, the pain we go through, the pain we go through, the people in our lives. Originally, for a guy, his mother is who he wants to marry. His mother is who he sets out to marry. For a girl, the father is who she sets out to marry. As the old saying goes, son's first hero, daughter's first boyfriend. And we're always looking for our mother, and it's very synchronistic because you go from a mother to a wife to a carrier to death. And essentially there's a woman there that's always a caregiver and always taking care of you. So realistically, you continuously go through life. You have a group of friends. If you're in a place like this, if you're in a situation where you're homeless, you make bonds with people such as these staff members, such as the people that have been in your life along the way. You pick up certain social nuances, and yes, you bond with them. You hang out with them. Sometimes if you fuck up or if you act a fool, sometimes those people don't want to be a part of your life anymore because you're changing, you're growing, whatever. If you're an empath, you take on vicarious trauma, you can take on traits of other people. Sometimes those traits are very undesirable. I know that she's got issues. We all do. I don't care, and I'm willing to stick it out with her forever. And I want to, and it's my free choice. And I'm going to bust my ass and make sure that she's well taken care of, because that's what a man does in a relationship. That's how I was taught. That's how I'm going to do it. So you either stand with me or get the hell out of my way.